As someone who is living her early 20s and moving into her mid 20s, I'm trying to be more intentional with the way I set goals, targets, and systems. It's not that I've not been intentional with the way I've been setting my goals in the previous years, but right now I want to do it more mindfully in a way that in the long run is going to be beneficial to my habits and generally to my life. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you the difference between goals, targets, and systems. Now, maybe if you watch someone else's video or you Google it or ask ChatGPT, you might see an entirely different meaning. But I'm sharing everything in this video from my own perspective and my own experience. Now, before I go further to explain the difference between a goal, target, and system, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I have planned out my 2025 goals and have broken them down into quarterly and monthly plans. I'm also going to give you tips on how you can actually make these goals more achievable by applying them into your weekly and your daily habits. Now, what's the difference between goals, targets, and systems? Now, goal is definitely the big picture, the vision, what it is you want to achieve. For example, it could be that your big goal is to move into a new country or to travel for leisure. Now, what exactly is target? Now, target is what I prefer to call a breakdown of those goals into simpler tasks with specific numbers that's going to help you to achieve that goal. Now, let's say now we want to travel to a new country. Your target here now might be to make sure that every month you save a specific amount of money to help you to, make your travel plans easier. Now, what is a system? Now, the system to me, I prefer to call it a roadmap. Now, those systems are the roadmaps or the blueprints that you follow every month, every day, every whatever to help you to achieve that target that will help you to hit that goal in the long run. So the system here now might be to save a specific amount of money per month, per week. I know that is not the best example, but when we move to the laptop, we are going to see the example of my own goal and how I have broken it down to a goal, target, and system. And as I said, I'm sharing everything in this video from my own perspective. Now, if you want to access my yearly, my 2025 or yearly goal planner, you can access it through the link in the description below. It's completely free. It is hosted on a platform named Notion. If you don't want to open an account on Notion, you can access Notion on your mobile device or your desktop. If you don't want to open an account on Notion, just download the templates, use it to customize on whatever platform you use to set your goals. You can even use it to get ideas on what to put in your planner. If you're using a notebook or paper and pen, it doesn't matter. The template is very easy to use. I don't even like sophisticated and complicated templates and planners. I just like it to be very simple so that I can always come back and read it and visualize it. So now let's move to the laptop. Remember, please to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. So when you download the template, this is exactly what it looks like. This is what you're going to be seeing when you download it. I have organized it for you into quarterly, monthly plans. So this is exactly what it looks like, and this is exactly the format I use to set my goals. So the first thing I did while setting my goals was to write a short note to myself. And actually, I have already cleared everything here, so you're not necessarily going to see exactly what I wrote for myself. But this is what I wrote. I'm going to be consistent within my personal brand and growing my creator business. I just removed the word creator here, so you see this is exactly my template. Then the next thing for you to do is to write a theme. Now the reason why I advise people to write themes for the year is it's just so that you have this word or catchphrase or guiding principle that summarizes your goals or your year. Just something that when you always think about it, you know that okay, yes, this is the path that I am following. This is the path that I want to achieve or whatever. So mine actually is growth, both steps and consistency. I want to grow in my career. I want to make both steps this year and stop overthinking. And I also want to be very consistent with content creation. Now, the next step is for you to break down your goals into a summary, like summarize your top 3 to 5 goals. Now, you might have like 10, 20 goals, but the reason why I advise that you summarize your goals is just so that these are the top things for me. You can break down these goals into maybe the first one might be a career related goal, your personal life, whatever, but I advise you to just stick to 5 summaries because it's very easy to get overwhelmed when it's like mid-year and you have to still hit your goal. So these are the goals that you know that you're not dulling. So this is the example we're going to be using, and this is exactly my number one goal, to get a better paying job. Although it's not in a finance company, I just had to write finance company so that you will understand exactly what I'm trying to say in detail. This is the main sheet where you break down your goals. And I know this might look a bit overwhelming, but that's why we're talking about intentionality. And this is the part where I said that I am trying to be more intentional with the way I've been setting my goals, targets, and systems as someone who is close to her mid 20s. And, I want anything I do right now to be, more mindful. You assess this if you want to log into Notion, really set it for you to see your goals in a gallery view or in a board view. Now, the gallery view is, if you have, you're doing like a vision board and you have some pictures, you can always come here and visualize your goals and see it in pictures. You can also see it in the board version too. You can see the board version just shows you what you started, was in progress, and the goals you have already achieved. Now let's move right to the first goal. Okay, you can add an affirmation, manifestation, or prayer. I'm a manifestation girly, so I add manifestations and affirmations like everywhere in my life. So, what is the first goal? The first goal here now, as I said, for me is to get a better paying job, although it's not in a finance company, but I'm just using that as an example. I've also edited the categories for you. So, this is a career related goal. You can select more than one, categories for this goal. Maybe this could also be related to finance, because, better paying job obviously improves your financial life. Now, what is the reason for this goal? For me, the reason here is to increase my income and expand into a new career industry. This is the example that we're using right here. So let's assume that this is exactly what I want. This is also going to help you to stay motivated or stay disciplined to achieve those goals. Now, does this goal require me or need me to change anything in my life, and what? So now for me, this goal requires me to actively build my portfolio and my professional presence and expand my human network, like, build connections with people on LinkedIn. What is the timeline or the deadline for this goal? You can change this to maybe November, whatever the goal is. It's good to add timelines and deadlines so that you stay checked and say, okay, yeah, I actually have this target or goal that I have to hit before so date. Now, the notes, you can add any note or system or anything you want here. And this includes, okay, this is what I just added here. You can add notes or systems, and then you can change it to, whether you started or you're in progress, or you've not started or you're in progress. So let me show you exactly how I have broken down this goal into actionable steps to make it easier for me to achieve it. So when you access this template, you can see open. If you're using a desktop, this is how it's going to be, but on the mobile app you can also still open it. You also see this open option here. When you click on open, now you see I have added actionable steps or action plans to hit those goals. Now I'm going to use these action plans that I've written here to explain targets and systems as we move further in this video. So action plans, organize my CV and my portfolio, build relationships with hiring managers. And this is the inspiration photo I asked you to put. I always encourage people, and I always encourage myself to always visualize my goals. Like, what is that picture that describes exactly how I want my life to be? I want to live remotely. I want to improve my workspace. So I like this picture a lot. And anytime I look at this picture, it will remind me of what I want to achieve. So I'm going to always advise you to add pictures to your goals. You can just simply do that by, click here when you're using the template, or if you're using the template, you're going to see all these options here to, upload images and all. But if you don't want to use the templates, you can just, use it as some kind of or inspiration. Now we have seen how I have set my yearly goal to get a better job and how I put actionable steps and I have visualized those goals. Now let's move down to targets and systems. There's something I want you to note. Now the reason why I put targets and systems for quarters and not months is because a quarter consists of 3 months, and it is better to be consistent with something for 3 months before you say, okay, it's working or it's not working. And 3 months is enough to give you clarity on that step that you're taking. So my advice for you is, instead of trying to stick to saying, okay, I'm going to get a better job and in a month I'm going to send 20 pitches, or I'm going to apply for 20 jobs or whatever, it is best that you break them down into 3 months, which is a quarter, because it's a longer duration and it is going to be easier for you to actually target, plan, and re-strategize. So this is just my own perspective. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to say, okay, yeah, okay, yes, I'm going to test it. But it's just something that I have been doing for a while. I actually started in 2024 and 2025. I'm going to show you how I plan to do that by setting targets and systems
per quarter and per month. So remember, even if you don't hit your goal by the deadline, you'll find that those systems you've implemented have more likely improved your progress overall. So systems, as I said in the beginning of this video, is that thing, that roadmap that you're going to follow to help you to hit those goals. And even if I don't get this job at the end of the day, the systems that I have set is going to put me up for success, and it's going to help me to build better habits or a healthier life. So I said here, establish a realistic system to track and achieve those goals. Target one. Now, as I said, the big picture here is to get a better paying job. And the first target is to build relationships with at least 10 hiring managers, including senior level people. I put XYZ here because you that will determine what it is. Maybe you're trying to also get a paying job, maybe say senior level product managers or financial analysts or whatever. So first target, build relationship with at least 10 hiring managers, including senior level people in quarter one. Now this system, now let's talk about this system. For me now is find them through LinkedIn post comments, engage with them on LinkedIn consistently, reach out to them in the DMs and request coffee chats. Let's say I ended up not getting a better paying job in 2025. This system can actually set me up for success in the long run. I need you to be more intentional with the way you set the systems you wish to use to achieve your goals. Even if you don't hit that goal or you don't hit that target, it's going to help you build better habits or a better life in the long run. Let's say I don't get that job at the end of the day, but I ended up connecting with 10 hiring managers or senior level executives in quarter one. And my system was for me to find them through LinkedIn and engage with them. And I reached out to them. This, maybe let's say I ended up doing a 10 in quarter one, 10 in quarter two. You realize that at the end of the day, you ended up having people in the right people in your circle, the right people in your corner. You ended up having hiring managers that can refer you or just maybe support you in the long run. That is why I said be more intentional with your systems. So you want to break down other targets here and set systems for each of them, or you can just like write them. I forgot to write systems. Even if your goal is to make 1 million naira in 2025 or make $1 million, whatever it is, if you don't have the right system in place, if you're not intentional with the systems that you're setting, I'm sorry, but not that your goals are not going to be achieved, but let's say the systems are just where the source is. So you can edit this to expand and not expand. I think I need to actually add a direction here. Now let's move from quarterly planning to monthly planning. Now I prefer to say that we should use the word habit. Using the word habit is that that you need to, you're taking it as the little things that you have to do every day or every week to draw you closer to your target and your goal. And that step by step or habit that you're trying to implement is related to the systems, and it's from there that you are able to be consistent with the systems and help you to hit your targets. So monthly plan. Now we have a target here of building a relationship with at least 10 hiring managers, including senior level executives in quarter one. And the system here is to find them through LinkedIn comments, engage with them on LinkedIn, and reach out to them in the DMs and request coffee chats. Now, how can we actually make that to be better or more actionable per month, per week, or daily? So we can say connect and build relationships with at least 7 senior level marketers. I work in tech marketing, that's why you see the word marketing here. So let's say we want to break it down since it's quarter one and we have the target of 10 hiring managers in quarter one. We can break that down to, let's just say, five, five. Okay, let's use three. Say three, at least 3 senior level marketers or executives or whatever category is career. The next thing is you want to say this goal or system is related to what? Getting a new job. You want to add any notes, and this is where you come and do your review. Where you're able to achieve this, and this is very simple to use. A non-technical person can actually use this template. So this is it. I've broken it down for you for each month, for each quarter. You can use this to plan and plan and plan and plan and plan. So this is how I have planned my 2025 goals and how I have broken them down to make it to be more actionable and achievable for me. I put action plans. I put inspirational photos to, to help me stay checked, and something that can always keep me on the run. Always add the reason for the goal and what may need to change or what you need to do to make that goal achievable, and then break it down per quarter to give you a longer period of time to be consistent with the systems and the targets that you set that's going to help you to achieve the big goal in the long run. And then for monthly, you just want to turn them into habits that you can easily, habits that you can develop every day or every week. If you can send connection requests, for example, let's say you also want to get a new job like me, if you make it a habit to send connection requests at least one or two every week, there is no way that you're not going to hit these targets or you're not going to be consistent with this system. And even if you don't get a better paying job, you will have the right people in your connections or in your network. So that's the reason why I said always be very intentional with the systems that you set. And with this, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me from the beginning to the end. And let me know if you like this video and if you have any questions on setting goals or systems or targets, and I will answer. I always reply my comments and all my videos. I really want to build a relationship with people who watch my content here. So if you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. And remember that you can download this template for free through the link in the description. You can use this template as a guide to create your own. I want to leave this quick advice with you. Don't spend your year over planning. You don't need to plan and plan and plan. Make sure that you act more than you plan. I know that sounds like a bad advice, but you don't want to sleep planning and saying, okay, I'm going to write down all my goals, I'm going to visualize my goals. Are you actually taking the right steps? Are you being intentional with the systems that you're setting? So don't spend a lot of time trying to overplan when you're not actually working. And remember, it's the systems and the discipline that's going to help you to achieve your goals. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.